everyone, it's me, Lindsay, with a quick Me OT, here today to talk about how to handle knee scooters and cars. So this is going to cover two ways. You're going to be either a passenger or potentially a driver, and I'm going to discuss how you would use a knee scooter and the car in both those situations. So if you have a lower leg injury like an Achilles tear or an ankle fracture, foot surgery, these are an incredible resource, but they can be a little tricky to manage getting in and out of vehicles. So first things first, depending on which leg is impacted, so in this situation, I have my left leg impacted. I'm going to show you how you would approach getting into the vehicle. And it would be just like this. You want to approach with your non-surgical or non-injured leg closest to the car seat. When you're backing up like this, so if it's your left leg getting into the passenger seat, just be very cognizant that as you back yourself up, you don't accidentally hit that foot. Oftentimes you might be in a boot, and those boots are quite large. Hitting the door is no fun. You need to give yourself a little bit of space. So stop just short of the door. Then what you're going to do is set your brakes. So this one has the push brakes, simply push down until they engage. That's going to hold it in place. Very important when you're outside. Never assume any surface is completely flat, and you don't want your knee scooter disappearing on you. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to locate the door or the seat, whatever is easier to grab onto, just to stabilize. And I'm going to kind of start stepping my leg towards this. Now I'm going to find where the seat is. I might have to do a little bit of a hop here. Just beware, keep your knee on the scooter for as long as possible as you approach to reduce fall risk. Then you're simply going to place your backside onto the seat and you're going to push back. Now at this point, you might be saying, well, what are we going to do about this? I'm assuming that you have somebody driving you. And when you have somebody driving you, they're going to be responsible for handling getting the scooter into the trunk. Now, there's going to be a different scenario. I will show you how you can get the scooter into the trunk yourself. Now, if you're going to approach it the other direction, so now I'm going to get out. I'm going to turn myself so I'm pivoted this way. So go from here to here. My non-surgical leg on the ground. I'm going to push up and immediately put the knee down. Now I can go off on my merry way. Now, if we're going to approach it from the other direction, let me show you what that looks like. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that this looks very similar to how we would do a shower transfer. It's the same idea. So now I've got my right leg up on the knee scooter. This is going to be the easier approach. So if right leg is injured, you just go straight up, stop there, lock the brakes, reach for the seat, give yourself enough room. I got to park it a little ways so I have enough room to have this leg out. Find your seat and pivot in. When you're ready to get out, it's going to be the same thing. Non-surgical leg down, brace yourself on the seat, pivot back up. Easy as that. You can see it's a much easier process than when you have to go and deal with the scooter yourself. So let's go ahead and show you what that process is going to look like. Now, assuming you have injured or had surgery on your left leg, you may be able to drive. And if you're driving, you might have to deal with your scooter on your own. So one of the trickiest things about using a scooter on your own is how do you get it into the vehicle? So this is how I would get a scooter into my car if I was driving myself someplace. So the first things first is you need an alternative mobility aid in the back of the vehicle waiting for you. And that mobility aid could be crutches, it could be axillary or forearm crutches, or it could be a walker. But it needs to be something lightweight and small enough that you could then get it into the passenger seat next to you, because you are not going to be able to lift this into the passenger seat of your vehicle. It's going to have to go in the trunk. All right, so first things I'm going to do is I'm going to approach the back of my vehicle. I have a minivan. This is one of the easier cars to do this with. You may have something that's a little taller or slightly smaller trunk. It works with most in the same way though. So I have a pair of crutches here. These are nice because they're folding crutches, so they don't take up quite as much room if by chance you have a smaller trunk space. But I'm going to go ahead and get my crutches out and get them set up so that I have them ready for me as soon as I get my scooter out from underneath. All right, so there's one. Very important that wherever you set your crutches, they're as stable as possible. I cannot tell you how many times when I had my ankle fracture, I would set my crutches and they would tip over or slide down, and then I'd have to track them down, and that's such a pain. So just try to make sure you have them in a spot where you can grab them, because bending over to get them, especially early on, and especially if you have some significant weakness, can be really, really difficult. Okay, so I've got my crutches ready for me. Yep, there, like that. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually prepare this for storage. So I've got the brakes locked right now. This particular brand, and every brand's a little different, usually has a little peg system that locks it and then a push button that folds it. So now, I actually don't have to do this for my minivan because it has such incredible clearance. But if you're driving an SUV or a sedan or even a truck with a cab cover, you're probably going to need to fold this down. So I wanted to show what that looks like. So now, no, I am completely, so like at this point, I am balancing on my leg. So again, this is for those who are really confident in their balance on their strong leg. Now, you could grab a crutch if you wanted to add a little balance, but I'm going to use the back of my car. So I'm going to kind of hop around here because it's really stable. I'm going to grab the center underneath and I'm going to lift. Now, depending on the type of vehicle you're in here, you're going to have to kind of guide it in and set it down. These are not light. They weigh a bit. So when you do this, just be warned that you need some good upper body strength and good balance to accomplish this task. But if you're trying to do this on your own and you're not sure about it, I would start with somebody with you. Now I grab my crutches. Again, axillary forearm, even a walker could be used for this because they're nice and light and I know I can get them into the passenger seat with me. So from here, I would then close the lid and crutch my way around to the driver's seat, get in the car, and off I go. When I arrive at my destination, I'm just going to do the reverse, right? I'm going to grab my crutches, I'm going to crutch myself over to the back of the vehicle, and I'm going to just get my scooter out. So whatever kind of lid you have, I have a push button. So I would take full advantage of being able to operate the back trunk with the buttons, either on my key fob or in the front of my vehicle or even on the tailgate so that I'm not having to do extra things that could put me at fall risk or just start fatiguing. If you have to manage the trunk yourself, just be warned you need to be careful, especially if you're going to try to reach overhead to close things. From crutches can be a little unstable. All right, so I've got this in. I'm going to back up here a little bit. Like I said, for the sake of this video, if I had to do the hardest part, I'm going to close it like this. I'm going to do it slow, just like that. That's how I would get my scooter in the back of the vehicle. Now I'll show you how I'm going to get into the car. So now that I have my scooter in the back, I've worked with my crutches over to the driver's side. Now I can get into the car. When you get into a car with your crutches, you're simply going to back up to the seat until you feel it. Definitely don't want to sit before you know it's there. Then you're going to pop the crutches out, put them in one hand, and you're going to reach back, sit down, pivot around, and then you're going to bring your crutches in with you. Now again, these crutches do fold in half. I'm not going to fold them in half because I don't need to. Just like that. Now I can go on my way. So there you have it, a quick tutorial on how to manage a knee scooter and a car. So either from the driver's perspective or as a passenger. I hope you got some value out of this video. If you have questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. If you need more information like this on how to stay safe and independent in your home and community, consider subscribing to Equip Me OT. Thank you.